Hello again. Final video for this part. Have you ever wondered if you could visit the bridge on a cruise ship? Have you ever visited a bridge on the cruise ship? In other words, where the captain stands with all his officers and you see all the machinery and everything that controls a massive vessel to get it in and out of a port, etc. Well, it is possible to do a bridge tour on your cruise. Because when I went on the Celebration 2019, I did the bridge tour. Now, it usually costs about £20. Again, that will come out of your cabin account, but that's fine. It is worth every penny. You usually get about half an hour up there. Okay, so I obviously went to reception to ask if I could do the bridge tour. So I had a letter in the cabin, which is basically this: bridge tour. So it said, "Thank you for signing up to the bridge tour. It will take place," and it took place on the 30th of July 2019 at 9:30. We were docked in Trieste in Italy. "Please meet at reception, deck 4 midship at 9:25, where you'll be met by a member of staff who will escort you to the bridge. If you're unable to make it, please let us know as soon as possible to enable someone else to take your place. We hope you enjoy the tour." And this is from Debbie McKay, who was the social and welfare host on the Celebration. She was also the social hostess that organised solo meetings. So if you travel on your own, which I do, you will get a social host or hostess that will obviously put a letter in your room to say, "We've noticed you're travelling on your own. You're welcome to attend a solo dinner," right? So that's the letter that I got in my room. So I got to meet the captain and obviously the officers, and there were quite a few people that were on the bridge tour. And here is the photograph of the bridge tour that I did in 2019, Marola Celebration, 30th of July. So that's Debbie, the social hostess. That's the captain, and I'm stood just there. And I know these two, Nikki and Dean, because they did their very first cruise with their daughter on the Celebration. I'm still in touch with them on social media, but that is Dean and Nikki Blakemore, who I'm friends with on social media, and they decided to do the bridge tour as well. So obviously there was these other people that joined us as well. So yes, I'm there. So we all stood outside. This is where the captain usually stands to watch when the ship's coming in, etc. So there's the captain there, and there's Debbie, the social hostess who did the letter. So and you get this included in the price. So you do your bridge tour, they show you around. You're not allowed to take photos of the officers, apparently. But you can take pictures inside the bridge of the different machinery that's in there. But they do say you're not allowed to take photographs of the officers. But you get this one outside. So you have a group photograph. So that was nice to receive that. So you can sign up to do a bridge tour if you want to do it. So go and see reception on board the ship and ask about it. It was about £20 when I did it back in 2019. But I also did the bridge tour on the Explorer 2. And my dad did it with me, and obviously the captain was up there, and again he likes my lanyard, which is that Thomson Cruises one. So, and he gave me another one. Okay, so it was nice to obviously go up there and see what goes on. So I'm going to do the same on Discovery too. I'm going to ask if there's a bridge tour, and they usually put it in the cruise news of when they do it. There's a set day when they'll do it and the time. It'll say pop by reception to book the trip. Well, I will do that. So I may do that I won't be able to do it on sea day probably, but I will obviously find out. But if you want to do a bridge tour on the cruise, definitely do it. It's worth it, trust me. I enjoy doing it. And I did it on the Spirit, I've done it on the Celebration, and I did it on the Explorer too. And I'm going to do it on Discovery too when I go in March. So I'm looking forward to doing that as well. So again, thank you for watching. It's at CoralSmith25 to subscribe. I'll do some more videos in the next few days. But I hope these series of videos have helped in any other aspects of cruising. Please leave a comment under the video, and I will see you guys in the next video.